Yeah, what we got going on, man? What's up with y'all, man? We in here. We in here. Let's get it cracking.
Got him, Doug.
Hey, yeah, I know you trying to set me up, bro. It's all good. I'm a rocket. Let's go.
Yo,
We
hey.
here. Hey, Doug, you see you trying to get me, bro. Hey, we ain't going
Dude,
out like
last week
that.
he did it to me.
Really? Hey, TD ain't facing nobody.
Doug, you saw
Hey,
the look on his face.
I
You're
was
like,
on my phone.
Oh,
I was on my phone and I looked up. I was like, "Oh, we
No.
live."
Yeah, he
no,
tried to get me
man.
last week, but he didn't hold it for too long. Like it was
Nah.
I
on me.
messed
Then
up. I
he
hit the
messed
wrong
up.
button on you, Doug. I was gonna wait it out on you. But man, listen, CB83, we glad you back. You know, everybody
Yeah,
knows you
yeah,
missed
yeah.
last week. You're licking your wounds from the previous week before. Are you back healthy now? Are you good?
Man, hey, this is too easy for me, guys. Just know I had some work stuff going on, but hey, that happens sometimes, man. I let TD off for a week. You know, I let him breathe, let him gather himself after he took that butt whooping the week before. But we back at it. Let's get it, man.
Straight lies. But listen, man, we're gonna dive in. We got a lot to talk about because things are going down in Miami. Y'all punch the like button on your way in the building. Let your friends and family members know about the channel as well. We are here live on the AFC East Roundtable doing our thing every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. So don't forget to come through, letting you know that this stream is being powered by BetUS. Receive a 125% bonus on your first 3 deposits, ladies and gentlemen. Take advantage of that opportunity. It's no longer your first deposit, but your first 3 deposits, all right? 24/7 customer service if you need anything, and also 24-hour easy payouts. Now, a quick word from our sponsor.
BetUS, America's favorite sports book, where you can bet on everything anytime. Sportsbook, live betting, and casino. To celebrate 30 years in business, we have the best bonuses in the industry. Get a 125% sign-up bonus and up to 30 risk-free bets. So what are you waiting for? Join now. BetUS, where the game begins.
BetUS, where the game begins, ladies and gentlemen. Man, hey, do you guys play blackjack by any chance?
No,
I do. I play a little bit.
You're not a blackjack guy. What you play, Doug? Poker or
yeah, Texas Hold'em. I'm a Texas
Okay,
Hold'em.
okay.
guy.
All right.
I do a little of both, but hey, I love the blackjack on BetUS. Ladies and gentlemen, go check that out as well. They have the casino games, so it's not just a sports book, but the sports book does have the NFL futures and everything out. Make sure you use code JOIN125 in the chat. The link is in the description below. Thank you all for tuning in. All right, let's go ahead and get into business because it's going down in Miami. All kind of crazy stuff happening, man. Salute to the homie Shake Money already dropping the super chat.
Hey.
83 is like when Mystical signed to No Limit. He a great addition.
Hey, what you know about that? Let's go.
You don't know about that. All right, man. Let's go ahead and dive in. Shout out to the homie K Flex. I don't know if he in here, but somebody mentioned him. But listen, let's go ahead and start. All right, Doug, at the top, I gotta get your take. First of all, we'll get to Jerome Baker, but we weren't live last time when Xavien Howard got cut, were we?
No.
So what are your thoughts on X being out the door, opening the opportunity for him coming back? How do you feel about all that?
It sucked. Just because of what he was, right? Like we all got to give TD his props. We got to tell him he's right because 2 years ago, TD was like,
Hold on, big screen, big screen, big screen.
He was like 10 interceptions. Trade him now. Trade him after the 10 interceptions. You're gonna get something. He was right. I pushed back. If you remember, TD, I was the biggest X stan. I was like, you don't know what you're talking about. I was pushing back.
All right. Pause, Doug. Pause. Stevie 83. Look at Doug. That's all you gotta do is concede sometimes when you're right. That's all you do, man. Go ahead. I'm sorry about the interruption, Doug. It was so rude of me. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, but he hasn't been the same after that. The past 2 years hasn't done much. Huge saving, and it's going to be a huge saving for when we need it after the draft. Like if we don't get the players or positions that we need, that second wave of vets that'll be out there signing the draft. It's a lot of money too. $18.5 million we're getting after June 1st. So it sucked to see him go because he's had some really good years with us, but it was time. He's a guy that I don't think will come back. Because there's always that window that he will, but not for what the Dolphins are going to offer him. You know, if we offered Dalvin Cook like 6 million a year, he ain't coming back for what we're going to offer him.
I just want to say this before we go to CB 83. Y'all remember the player that nobody wanted to confirm that said Tua was wasting their career?
You think it's X?
I don't. Let me stop.
He says he knows it's X. Hold up, TD. What you saying? What you saying?
My unreliable, unconfirmed sources. I think I need to start stuff with that.
Nah, don't do that.
It was always Xavien Howard. It was always Xavien Howard. Okay, Xavien Howard wasting his and you know
hear this bombshell drop on the Miami Dolphins roundtable right now.
And guess what? He was right.
Wow, that's petty.
He was
petty Pendergrass, bro.
Now remember, I said my unconfirmed, unreliable source told me.
That's nasty.
He says it right. He gets a new contract. He comes back. He does nothing. So it's like, who's really to blame for the Dolphins not going anywhere?
No. I get it. I'm just saying.
So, TD, your source told you that.
I think your source.
My unconfirmed, unreliable source. How about that? That way, nobody can come attack me, right? Nobody can come attack me about journalistic integrity. Okay.
You got sources.
No. At the end of the day, we don't know, but at the end of the day, this was the name that was thrown out years ago. This is the person that was talked about years ago. We knew that.
They said Byron. They said Byron was that guy too.
It was never Byron Jones, bro. Nobody ever. No. Listen.
All right.
Listen. But at the end of the day, here we are. Xavien Howard's gone. What should take CB83?
Man, it was just time, man. I mean, that relationship with the Miami Dolphins ran its course, right? He was on like the decline, the back end of his career. We saw, and we drafted X, right? We drafted him,
second rounder.
Yep, second round pick. I think it took a couple years for him to kind of get his wherewithal within the NFL, and then he started playing good football. And then he had that peak year where he had 10 interceptions. He should have been Defensive Player of the Year, right? Got hosed. And
won
didn't get it.
Who won it that year?
I think it was Watt, wasn't it? TJ Watt?
Let me look. I'll look it up.
It may have been TJ Watt. I think it was a defender or something like that. But I felt like he should have got Defensive Player of the Year that year. Had a fantastic year. And then after that, it's just been on the decline, growing injuries and hamstrings and just, and when those corners have those lower extremity injuries, it's tough, man. When they're running around all day with guys and you can't keep up, and that's what it looked like. It just looked like he could not keep up.
Aaron Donald
won it that year?
Yeah.
Arguable then.
I think he should have got it with 10 interceptions. He had a fantastic year. And he had kind of a better year than I think Gilmore had the year before, and Gilmore got it the year before. So, man, it is what it is, man. Hopefully he goes somewhere else and rejuvenates his career and he gets back to playing really good football. That's what I want for X. So wishing him the best, man. The Miami Dolphins need to move on. Cam Smith may be that guy. Let's see. Let's see.
We're going to go to Cam Smith next as possibly being that guy. But I got to ask you guys, go back to Doug here. Better career, Rashad Jones or Xavien Howard as a Dolphin?
I'm not even going to look up the stats. I'm just trying to remember their careers right now. Oh, it's such a hard question. They kind of had similar stats and
that's
similar career. I'm going to give it an X just because of that 10 interception year.
Ooh.
But it's hard.
I got to go Rashad Jones on this one. And I'm going to go with Rashad Jones because Rashad Jones was a warrior throughout his career. Like, I mean, put it all on the line. I feel like X had some off the field stuff that we were just kind of like, yo, get it together. But I feel like Rashad Jones was just a trooper, did what he needed to do, was always willing to stick his nose in there and put his body on the line for the team. I don't feel like X was that guy to like come up and make a play when we needed to make a play, make a tackle, stick somebody. Rashad G5 Jones he was making plays out there. He was flying around. So I got to give it to Rashad in that aspect.
I know that was a tough one. That's why I asked. So
it's a tough one.
Do either of those guys, and I'm gonna give you 3 categories and you tell me where they fall. Both of these guys. Dolphin great, Dolphin forgettable, or not even Dolphin great forgettable, or not even close. Do y'all understand those categories? Do I need to explain?
Like a Dolphin great would be
Dolphin
like
great Ring of Honor.
Oh, okay.
Dolphin great forgettable. Maybe can't wait. I don't know if that type of level.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Or not even close to either. Where would you put those 2 guys? All right, let me help you out. Neither of them are Ring of Honor Dolphins. Or am I tripping?
No, yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, I could. I mean, you could say that, but Rashad Jones had such a good career for us.
I gotta look up his stats now.
I feel like honestly, he was the best defender during that era, right? And if you're the kind of the best defensive player during that era, I feel like you should kind of get in that Ring of Honor.
He was with us the whole time.
Yeah, I just don't like how his career ended. The last 2 years are sour to me. Like injuries, making $20 million and with injuries.
Yeah, and then that whole Jet game situation where
But see, that's the crazy thing about Rashad Jones' contract is that he had earned that deal, right?
Yeah,
but he had earned that deal, and people were like, "Well, we paying him all this money, and now he's kind of on the decline." And I think that's where X is too. I think X kind of earned that money for the most part, right? He didn't get it.
But a good GM should have got off of that. We had a prime opportunity. Remember, Baltimore wanted him. We had even up to a year ago where the trade deadline, we even had an opportunity. People, not last year, but the year before, where people were still like, maybe. But I mean, we had literally like 3 trade opportunity moments.
We did have trade opportunity moments, but you got to realize that him coming off that 10 interception year, you still thought he was playing really well.
We were rebuilding though.
Yeah, you can say that. You can say we were rebuilding. I think
that was my issue.
That was the start. Yeah, it was 2020.
Yeah,
and I knew that since they locked Xavien Howard in, he's only going to be here for the 1 year where we feel like we should be going after a championship. And he was, and look what happened. That's it. Yeah. I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I saw it this exact way, going down this exact way.
No,
only because.
And TD, that's cool for you to say at this point, but without the injuries this year, we would have had a really good year.
Yeah, but again, he also attributed to the injuries, and I knew based off of history, you can't expect for him to just be healthy all the time. It don't get much better for many players. You're gambling.
Yeah, that's tough, and that's the NFL. It's a business, right? You want to get rid of guys and get compensation for them, but you also want to keep good players on your team because you want to win football games. And I think that's the great area right there, trying to win and trying to get compensation for guys as they walk out the door. That's tough.
Xavien Howard played a full season 3 times in his career so far.
Out of what, 8 years? 7,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. Yeah, 3 times out of 8 years.
So he like Tua.
And what years were those? The rebuild? No, don't talk about my quarterback like that. Don't talk about my quarterback like that.
2020, 2021, and 2017, he played the full year.
Hey, TD, your quarterback is Michael Penix Jr.
We'll get there.
Out of Washington.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
That's
right. I heard the narrative
on TD real quick. Did you see TD breaking down him throwing in the?
Oh my gosh, he showed the video. It was egregious.
In the conference hall thing.
Doug, it was egregious.
It's an out route.
It's egregious.
Outside them numbers, I saw outside them numbers. I said, Go get him. Listen.
Hey, they was calling you TD two throws after watching that video, man.
Hey, it is what it. They've been calling me that since Josh Rosen. I ain't nothing new.
That's a bad one. We all
Oh
have bad
my
takes.
gosh! Stop watching them couple throws, man. Stop doing that. TD two throws.
Listen, let's stick with this. We're gonna get there, okay? All right, let's move forward on the same position. Cam Smith. Now I know that we're optimistic about our team, but let's have a moment of just how deep down. This time next year, will we be saying Cam Smith was a downgrade or Cam Smith was an upgrade or at least the same? What will we be saying a year from now?
I think it's the same. I think from the productivity that we got from Xavien Howard this year,
An injured version.
Yeah, I think it'll be the same. I think he'll be I think he'll be good enough that he won't get beat as much as, Noah did when he faced, Stephon Diggs that one year. But I don't think it'll be that. I don't think he's going to match Jalen Ramsey. But I do think he'll be serviceable on the other side of the ball.
What about you, CB?
I think he's going to be an upgrade. I think he's a young, stellar talent. I saw great things from him when I was down there at training camp. I think he's going to play well. Now he's basically going to be a rookie on the field, so he's going to take his lumps, right? I think that's part of the process. Like cornerbacks, they got to get beat, they got to take their lumps. But I think as he works through it, becomes a pro, I think he's going to be solid. I think he's going to be an upgrade for sure, bro.
I think he's going to be a bust.
Come on, man. What's it? TD, I think at this point, I feel like you're trolling us. Are you serious,
bro? Why can't I have my opinion? Why can't I have my opinion?
This is not cool. This ain't cool, bro.
Hold on. Don't time always tell?
It does.
So I think he's gonna be a bust, and let me tell you why I think he's gonna be a bust. Listen, I don't care how much y'all want to crucify Vic Fangio. I'm gonna take his word for now. It could change. I'm gonna take his word before anything. Okay. He could have not liked the man for whatever reason, but I am gonna go with Vic Fangio's assessment until I see otherwise, and he's gonna have a prime opportunity to prove otherwise right away, which is a good thing for Cam Smith. But I gotta see it because I saw good things from Cam Smith at camp too. But then I realized, Tua was the quarterback, so.
Oh man! Wow.
That
Doug, this is dirty work.
Let me
finish dirty work,
opinion.
Bro. What is going on here?
I
can't take this slander.
Any cornerback that practices against Tua on a daily basis that knows his tendencies is going to look good. So I realize that's what it is. So time will tell. We'll see in training camp. But last question on the cornerback position. Do you think they're going to bring another guy in to compete, start over him, or be a backup? How strong do you feel they are about it?
Now, we all know about the Snead rumor, which I hope and pray to God they don't do it because we need picks. And to trade picks away for Snead, we're not a corner away. Like if our offensive line was still intact and, we still had Christian Wilkins and we lost Xavien Howard, then I'm like, yeah, trade for Snead. That'd be fantastic. But I could see somebody, and I have a name that I'm going to get a lot of pushback on, but the Dolphins tried to get this guy 2 years ago. The plan was to get this guy and let Byron walk 2 years ago. I think TD, I know who I'm talking about. Go out, grab JC Jackson. He'll probably cost nothing. Have him compete. You know what I'm saying? Like he had an 8 interception year, then a 9 interception year, and then he went to the Chargers and just fumbled the bag. Bring him in. Have him compete. I wouldn't be against that.
And he'll be cheaper. He'll definitely be cheap at this point.
I mean, I like the thought of that. I think as far as cornerback position goes, we're going to go get 3 or 4 corners to bring in. And they're all going to be – that's our bread and butter. So those guys are going to be competing for time for sure. And Cam Smith is going to have every opportunity to win the position. But he's going to have to beat out a veteran or two that come in here who are willing to, who are trying to play.
Okay, if that's the case, because we know the veterans, if you're bringing in a veteran, they savvy, they know what they're doing. You already see what they did with Eli Apple over him. Is Cam Smith going to start?
He should.
The
See,
likelihood.
My
should.
thing about Cam not playing last year, I don't think it was necessarily about Vic Fangio not liking him. Vic Fangio has like a style, and he doesn't like playing rookies. He doesn't want his guys to get beat, and he doesn't want to give up big plays. So he's hesitant on playing rookies. I think if Cam Smith was a first round pick and had more accolades than he did being a second round pick, I still don't think Fangio would have played him. I think that Fangio has something about playing rookies. So like he could have been a defensive end, and I still don't think Fangio would have played him.
Spot on, Doug. Because when we look at it, even the backup defensive tackles, the backup defensive ends, those guys didn't even get time. None of the rookies got time. And honestly, your defensive line, your edges, that should be a platoon. Like you should be rotating guys in. And Christian Wilkins and Zach Seiler played the entire game. Jalen Phillips, those guys, Chubb playing the entire game. Like, bro, get some rotation to your defensive line.
It took him an injury to play Andrew Van Ginkel.
Exactly.
And then when he played Van Ginkel, he was like, oh, okay. And then he continued. It's just his style. It's not a knock on him, it's just his style.
He don't play young guys. And if you're not willing to play young guys on a team that's kind of depleted, bro, it's not going to work out.
Cam Smith is going to give everybody their final conclusion on Vic Fangio. If Cam Smith goes out there and bomb it, then we can wipe all that y'all just said out the window. If Cam Smith goes out there and balls, Fangio is the worst. He's the worst. I mean, that's what it kind of comes down to, though, right?
My only knock on Fangio was the way he played X and Ramsey and his unwillingness to change up his style. That's my only knock on him. I actually think he did really well at the end of the year with nothing. So that's my only knock on him.
Bro, sitting Ramsey out there on an island all game and just playing him as that one corner that's going to shut down one side of the field is not the way to play him. Bro, get him in the box sometimes, blitz him, like get creative. You don't have a talent like Jalen Ramsey and just sit him on one side of the field and say play corner. That's not it.
Philosophically, go ahead, my bad, bro.
Yeah, it's just not the way to play him. And I think Anthony Weaver will adjust and use those guys as they should be. I mean, Brandon Jones, probably one of the best blitzers on the team. They call him Blitz Boy for a reason. Bro, bring him down into the box every now and then, send some heat. Like, we can't just be sitting back and chilling. Let's be more aggressive.
So philosophically, I kind of disagree with that. I thought it was perfect what Fangio did, but here's why. Okay. I understand that this is a seasoned defense. Everybody knows their role. Now we could be creative. Now we could move Ramsey. Now we could do this and that. I just felt like when you get into having Ramsey's shadow, it's going to change somebody else's assignment. And there was too many people on this roster that he already didn't feel like were his guys, like the linebacker position, like the opposite safety position. There was too many guys. Then you add the injuries in, the replacements. I felt like it was the right thing to do to just stay in the base and everybody do their job. I understand that you could have been more productive moving Ramsey around, but it could have caused a lot more confusion in other areas in which we could have got ate up doing that too. And who knows? Maybe he saw that in practice. I don't know, but time will tell. We will see a lot of things this year with Weaver because he's supposed to be the guy that can make the adjustments real time and everything. And we'll see how that translates with this roster. Now, in regards to Cam Smith, I will say this about a corner. I do agree with you guys that we're going to be bringing in some guys. But if we spend more than $7 million on anybody at the cornerback position, that ain't a good look for Cam Smith.
No.
If they're bringing in any type of semi-significant investment at the cornerback position, that is not a good look for Cam Smith. That means it's not just Fangio's belief, but they have reservations as an organization as well on him. But we'll see, because it's either his show or it's not. You either treat him like Tua or you don't. You either treat Channing Tindall like Tua or you don't. And I will say this, moving on from X, moving on from Baker, makes me feel like it is the Tindall and Cam Smith show right now. And let's see who y'all are.
I don't know about Tyndall, but I know Cam Smith gonna get some run. I don't know about Tyndall.
So why can't Tyndall fall into the same category of being discriminated against? Well, I know it's two coaches.
Come on,
now.
two coaches, bro. Come on, two coaches.
But y'all say both of them was idiots without the approach.
Come on.
I never said Fangio's an idiot.
Hey, the thing is,
well, you know what I mean.
Hey, Flores drafted your boy. He drafted him. Like you would think he'd get every opportunity, bro. Like, yeah, he drafted Flores did draft your linebacker.
No. Channing Tindall is going on his third year.
So he was drafted by Flores.
That's McDaniel.
No, McDaniel, because we had no first
McDaniel did not draft Channing Tindall. No, he did not.
Yep.
No, he
didn't.
Been
here 2 years. McDaniel been here 2 years. What is he talking about?
No, he's going on his third. No.
Yeah, do the math. Do the math.
This
do
is
the
his
math.
third year, yeah.
No,
Eric Ezekiel and Channing Tindall were the same draft.
Was it?
Yeah. We didn't have a first round pick that year.
Roast this casual.
I don't know.
Roast this casual in the chat. He don't know what he's talking about.
The last draft that Flores did was the Waddle and Javon Holland and Phillips draft.
See, he trying to blame Flores for everything.
Check him out. Check him out.
Now, CB, now we need you to have a Doug moment. TD was right. Don't let the people know.
Hey, TD, you're never right. Stop it. You're never right.
He can't do it, Doug. He can't do it, man.
Never.
So why you knocking Channing Tindall, bro?
Because he can't get on the field, bro. He can't even.
But Fangio don't like playing young guys, and Flores had Jerome Baker, his teacher's pet. So maybe they just blackballed the man, did him dirty.
Man, he can't get on the field. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, but I don't know.
It's unfortunate that he's not he be in street clothes, bro.
Do you feel that way, Doug? You're not sure about Tyndall either? You're more or less convinced about him?
I think I almost called him Curtis Weaver. Anthony Weaver will definitely get the best out of Tyndall. And if Tyndall can't get on the field with Anthony Weaver, then he's just not NFL ready.
Man. Yes or no right now, is he starting?
No.
Who?
Y'all some negative Dolphin fans,
man. Tyndall, bro. We about to go get a linebacker.
He has a hard time getting the playbook, and that's why he couldn't make it with Boyer. And that's
that's what I've been told.
Fangio. So
it's all playbook.
Somebody in the chat said Channing Tatum has a better shot. Golly. Y'all boys, wow.
Hold on. Who are we going to get at middle linebacker? Are we spending money?
We're going to get stud. We're going to get a stud, bro.
You're gonna make me spoil my video.
Hey, Patrick Queen, he coming to the yayo.
No, I want Frankie Louvu.
How much you gonna cost?
All of it.
What now? I need to know what that means.
It don't matter.
It's gonna cost probably down the line, but you could get him for cheap right now.
How you spell his last name?
Hold on, I'm looking him up right now. Luvu, I think it is.
Man, as long as
Frankie Louvu, it's gonna be about 10 million a year. You can get for 3 years.
Putting Channing out there,
17 million guarantee. They're saying he was the 10th ranked middle linebacker on PFF last year.
Yeah, I get that, but his annual looking like 11 and a half.
They
say the market value is a 4-year, 45 million.
Hey, he looks Samoan. He might be riding along with Tua. They might be on the ukuleles getting it in, TD. On the ukuleles, baby. Hey, I heard Tua Tagovailoa.
I heard some money.
I heard Tua mom snapped on you on Twitter the other day.
What are you talking about?
Not on TV.
I don't know what you're talking about. I heard that mothers were coming at Dolphin fans, but I was
so disrespectful.
I wasn't a part of this time.
Yeah.
Okay,
TD wasn't a part of it this time.
She
let you off the hook,
but I did see some of the stuff, and I think that people need to leave people's families alone.
Mm-hmm.
I think that that's off limit, even if they're wrong, right, or anything.
Why are people so? Why do
wish
people
her son a happy birthday? Like, Get over it, people.
It's crazy, man. That's the hate people have for this kid. It's kind of wild.
It's crazy. It's he's a
TD, you
football
gotta
player.
admit some of the stuff is egregious.
He's a
that's
football player.
that's what I'm saying right now. You should not be coming at people's family members like that. I think that if you're making your own tweet and a family member responds to you, that's a different story. But you're jumping on their tweet, that's off limits. They deserve a normal life interaction with their family. Their family has nothing to do with this game at the end of the day. Okay, now if you're saying something about somebody's child and they come to their defense in your timeline, that's a different story. But from what I was reading, people, she's wishing her son a happy birthday, and people got these negative things. I don't even think it's appropriate to say, I hope your son get traded, or I don't think he's a good quarterback. Don't say nothing to nobody.
It's terrible, bro.
That's why when I was at Houston at the training camp, I was literally right next to, right here, Tua's dad, Tua's mom, Waddle's mom, Waddle's whole high school coaching staff, just chopping it up, and I'm right there next to him. I ain't put him on camera once because that's you don't do that. That's their family, and I didn't say nothing. I didn't make that about nothing. And I know a lot of people in this community. Hey, there's Tua. No, man, this their family. That's leaving people alone.
There's a line.
That's a whole nother level. But I think that's where you actually see maybe the people that are real haters. There are people that don't like them, that are trolls and things of that nature. But when you get people going to those links, then they hate that man. They really do. They forget the trolling and making them look bad or saying things just to antagonize people. There's something there that's real nasty. And that has to be checked in the community. All right. Yeah. So that's my take on that. I don't know. I didn't see any of Holland's mom stuff, but I did see the Tua mom stuff. But they were like, both of them coming back and forth at people. But I didn't like that.
Bro, I don't get why you have that disdain for a player. Like, I mean,
with a player, hey, that's a different story. I get the disdain for a player because a player, some people, like, let me tell you, like me, for instance, I don't hate Tua whatsoever. I don't dislike. I love Tua as a man. I love what he stands for. I love the way he carry himself. I love the way he conducts his life. But this ain't about Tua with me with the stuff I say. It's about the team. It's about the organization. I have my views and my beliefs. Don't make me right. But since I do believe it and I'm convicted by it, I have to say and speak on what I think is best. And I don't feel like he needs to be a part of this team's equation. And that's just, how I feel the team structure should be. So a lot of things are going to revolve around, no, find me somebody. That's just what it is. But all that nasty stuff, I may troll some people sometimes. And let me tell you, the only reason I really do that trolling is because some people are real nasty with me. Unwarranted. They are like I could say a regular football
fair
team.
Though? Is that fair though to the players if you trolling because people are upset at you? Or because people are
the funny thing is, CB, I do it the other way. So people on Twitter call me a two-and-ear and stuff because I do the opposite of what TD does. I get hate from the people who don't like Tua. So what
they're nasty.
What I do is I find something that's good about Tua and I just I put it out
blast
there. I'm like, people are gonna hate this.
And that's what I understand too. Like the opposite side of it. If you support Tua and people are disrespecting you and being nasty about you supporting them, if I was on that side of the fence, I would be making it look like he's better than Marino just to get at you. And so that's what's really happening. I get it. But and that's what's really happening in this situation. But it's those people in the middle. And I'm not saying the middle that's neutral and a good thing. It's the middle that's nasty. It's the people on the outside of it. See, this is the reverse of what people really think. It's the people on the outside, the far this way or the far that way. They're the right people to me. It's those people straight up in the middle. Oh, I just hate, and I'm gonna show hate. If I love Tua, I'm gonna you that don't like him. If I hate Tua, I'm gonna you that do like him. Those are the problems. If you believe in him and want him on the team, ain't nothing wrong with you going crazy about it. That's what debate is for. That's what the conversation is for, going back and forth, having great conversations, which people love. They want to see us debate. They want to hear our bit different takes. They want to see which take comes out on top. They want to see which one feels like it was a real back and forth, making great points. That's what content is. But this vitriol hate and trying to call people out in a disrespectful way and clown them and make memes about them, their family, and all that stuff, those are the people that cross the line, in my opinion. See, CB, you rep Tua, you rock with Tua, you want Tua to be the guy. That's what makes this show so great. Doug loved Tua. Doug wants Tua to be the guy. That's what makes the show so great. I'm on the opposite spectrum. We always got something we going back and forth about, but people want to see this. This is what content is. But all that vitriol stuff is nasty business, and it's sad TD, that we have to defend it.
And I think you're spot on with a lot of what you said. I just think a lot of people don't understand that when we have these conversations, it's still all in football. It's all in fun, right?
And in love too.
And in love, right? And I don't think people on the outside looking in realize that. It's hard for them to kind of separate the two at times, right? They take that vitriol hate that they have for Tua to Twitter, and then they want to respond on a post that his mom is saying happy birthday. It's like, come on, like at some point you got to have some tact and you got to have some respect for yourself. And that's just lack of respect for self, right? If you're getting on, somebody's mom's timeline and going at, that's crazy. That's disrespectful, bro. Like, what would your mom say about you doing that? Like, y'all gotta check yourselves. You really do. It's not that serious.
We also have to be mindful of trying to judge people's educational level, maturity level. Yeah. Some people at different points in their life where they don't see the bigger picture. They think what they're doing is right and right down the alley of defending. Some people will say it's in the name of defending the team, so it's just a matter of, what level. That's why even this conversation we're having right now is important for people to hear me even condemn these type of things, and vice versa on the other side if things happen. Like to hear Doug's example just now, I think that might be a breath of fresh air for some people to say, oh, I just thought that he always geeks out over Tua or whatever it may be. But he just told you sometimes these people are so ratchet with it that you gotta sometimes it makes you go a little excessive defending, not because you 1000% feel that way, but these people being disrespectful and they need to feel it. And I get that. It's that subtle clapback, It
makes me laugh too, because I put out a video talking about the fact that, and we'll talk about if you guys want, the fact that Tua is hiring a quarterback coach. And in that video, I talked about how it's a good thing, how he shouldn't have waited, and then I talked about the things that worry me about Tua, which we've talked about, and I've said on here time and time again. Somebody in the comment section was like, you defend him too much. Why are you always defending him? Blah, blah, blah. I used to like you, but now I can't follow you anymore because you defend Tua. And I instantly thought of TD and the times where TD talks about the good things Tua does and how Tua is really good at this and that. But at the end of the day,
it never happens.
There's a certain aspect that in his game that is missing, that TD just can't back him anymore. And all people think of TD is he hates Tua. And all people think of me is that I love Tua, and they always miss when I'm saying the things that Tua needs to do better and I don't like, and the things you're saying Tua does good and you do. It's just listen to what we're saying. Like, stop cherry picking things we're saying. Drives me nuts.
And see, and I'm in the middle being objective.
Stop.
Right? I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle being objective. Doug is one extreme, TD is another extreme, and I'm in the middle being objective.
Word out on the street is Doug makes excuses for him, TD hate him, and CB83 just trying to have a man baby. That's all. That's all it is.
Oh my gosh. I can't. Hey, that's my quarterback, man. Dang.
Man, the man married, CB. Leave the man alone.
Hey, that's not. Hey, I'm married too, bro. I got 2 kids. That's not how we moving over here. Hey, I want my dog to win, man. I want him to win.
Let me say this. Let me say that I want Tua to win too, because it's like I always say, it's the most profitable thing for the team. I just don't believe he will. But y'all got to remember, back on draft day, I had my assessment of Tua, where I only said, I'm not drafting him at 5. If you want to draft him, move down and draft him after 9. I just think a top 5 pick should not be wasted on a guy who has those type of injury concerns, and there's actual questions about his play against the better competition in college. Not like he was a bum, but it was his lower level of play. in the NFL that shows today. That was my only take really on Tua. If you're gonna draft him, don't draft him at 5. Move down, get him at 9 or later. I don't know if people remember that. I had the first 9 players ahead of him. I showed everybody these are the players I'll draft ahead of Tua. Draft him at 10 or later. Now, 4 of those guys would have been a bust.
I think he wanted an O-line at 5.
Isaiah Simmons.
Yeah, who was it? Yeah, Simmons. I wanted Simmons. I wanted who's the bust? Is it Simmons?
It might be Simmons. I think that's
who's the one that ended up. I wanted Simmons, or I was also beating the table about Jordan Love because the little birdie was whispering in my ear. That's who Flores wanted. My source is telling me Jordan Love, Jordan Love, Jordan Love. Now I never came out and said we're going to draft Jordan Love.
You do got sources.
No, well, my unconfirmed, unreliable source to maintain my journalistic integrity. Okay, but I was the one out here talking about Jordan Love. You could ask anybody. You could ask all of them. They'll tell you. I was saying I'm hearing Jordan Love. Not that I wanted Jordan Love, but I was telling everybody we might get Jordan Love. Everybody thought I was crazy. When we drafted Tua, I said, well, my person was wrong. I went and did a live stream. My people ain't always right. I did a whole live stream, and they were wrong this time. And then 2 years later, 2 years ago from 2 years after that, but 2 years ago from today, that's when everybody was reporting that Flores wanted Jordan Love. Then it disappeared again. And some reason this year when Jordan Love started balling, Omar Kelly just randomly tweets, don't forget, this is the guy that Flores wanted. Then everybody going crazy. And I'm like, we've been talked about this. This isn't new. This is old news or whatever. But this is a long time ago. But that's where I was in the draft. Give me an O-lineman. Give me, because we weren't going to be able to get Burrow. I wasn't even going crazy.
You wanted Josh Rosen. You was cool with Josh Rosen, rolling with Josh Rosen at that point?
No, I wasn't cool rolling with Josh Rosen.
So you wanted a quarterback.
I was cool with Josh Rosen when we traded for him in the draft for that second pick. I remember I was bathing my son in the tub and I went live in the bathroom. I'm bathing my son in the restroom, literally live on my cell phone. And that's why they call me Two Throws TD, because when we saw him in preseason, he made 2 throws. And I'm like, oh, my God, Super Bowl. So I never lived down that I supported Josh Rosen. And then quickly after that, I realized what they meant by his slow process time. Like he'll see the open guy, but it's too late now. It's too late. Now when you throw it,
the Bills fans wanted Josh Rosen. You see that video of Bills fans' reaction to
draft? They were mad about Josh Allen.
Big mad.
Well, I mean, he still ain't a good quarterback, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah,
this is my team. Yeah. All right, we got another super chat, and then we gonna move on. Not trolling. The Fins have their work cut out for them. Left guard, center, right guard, wide receiver 3, tight end, defensive end, 2 linebackers, 2 corners, and a safety. That's a lot. Elite offense, I guess. If they draft O-line.
I mean, we do got holes. I mean, that's where we're at this point. But we also have the ability to bring guys in and start fresh. So it's like the gift and the curse.
That was actually my next question. Percentage chance that this year's roster on paper will be better than last year's?
70.
That's bold.
That's high.
Yeah, I know.
I think there's some aspects, especially to the O-line. Like if we can get the guys that we hope we can get, I think that'll help that be better. But yeah,
70's fair. It's just on the bold side of it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think like who like we have the core still, Ramsey, Holland, Long. Yeah, okay,
but you're losing some guys. You lose Baker, you lose Wilkins, you lose Hunt. Let's say we lose
Wilkins
Hunt.
Is going to hurt. I'm not sold that we're going to lose Hunt just yet. Losing X, I don't think is that big of a hurt.
That's the one person that I feel like it's a guarantee we lost.
Who?
Did you see
Robert Hunt?
Did you see his wife posted a picture of them painting the baby's room? You don't paint a room if you're leaving.
Hey, they getting that Hey, Doug, they getting that property value up before they sell.
What color they paint the room?
I think blue or purple.
Oh, Vikings. He headed to the Vikings, man.
He out of there. He going to the Ravens.
Because 3 weeks ago, I mean, all in these streets, you should see how many people are talking about Robert Hunt is the guy to bring in. Robert Hunt, I like what he brings. He's not gonna break the bank, but he also ain't gonna be cheap. But at the same token, he's solid. He's just a continuous solid man. A lot of people talking about him, and it's gonna be hard for teams to just overlook that. I think he even gets overpaid.
I can see that.
They're saying like 17 million a year.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's
Fowler on ESPN. I'll pull it up. He's
if he gets 17 annual, then Chris Greer, I get it.
Oh, now you cool with it. Now you cool with him, right?
Bro, if it's 17, because I'm over here like, don't get that man 14. It ain't that much, but don't do it. I'm trying to get a Robert Hunt at 11.
10, 12. Yeah, between 10 and 12 is perfect.
But I get it in the open market. Doug might be right. In the open market?
Yeah, in the open market. But what's crazy is the offensive line draft is kind of deep. Like, we could probably replace that guy.
Yeah, but we're talking about teams ready to win now with the guy who has been solid the entire time. No roller coaster.
He was injured a little bit this year. Right,
and that's it. And it wasn't even long term,
Yeah, it wasn't long term, but we'll see how it works out. I think the Dolphins may need to trade back and get some more picks. I think that's where we.
I literally saw that man in Disney World, bro.
You did say that. You did say you saw him at Disney.
That was the one time I should have said something to the player. I don't say to their family, but yeah, I saw him at Disney, bro.
Pull up on him, TD. Say what's up, man. I know he know you. Everybody know you, TD. You big dog.
Huh?
Oh, now
big dog.
No. Let me tell you, I was leaving. So we were in Disney, and I was leaving in the middle of the day to go do a Bleacher Report, and then we were coming back to the park. On my way out, we just locked eyes. Pause. We locked eyes, and we literally just looked at each other, and then we both like broke. And then like 10 steps later, I turned back, and he still was like looking back at me, and I was like to my wife,
"He thought you were gonna fight him."
That's Robert Hunt.
So I think you want to have his baby. That's what it sounded like to me.
He leaving me. See me. He leaving me. This is the clip. It's from Fowler from ESPN. He said, yep, good money will be spent on guards this offseason. So many teams need them and have targeted the position. Detroit's Jonah Jackson, Miami's Robert Hunt, New England's Mike Onwenu, Rams, Dotson are among the top options. Don't be surprised if some or all of this group commands 16 million or more.
That's a lot of money. That's top 5 guard money. I was looking at the numbers the other day. That's top 5 guard money for sure.
And that's probably why he's going.
Jeez. Boys getting paid out here, man.
Yep.
Man.
We got to go in the draft. Guys.
Hey, this is how I look at it. We got a lot of holes, and we ain't got a lot of draft picks. 21 maybe rest in peace. They may trade out and get some seconds and thirds. Try to do that
this is a good draft to do that.
We need the body.
I think we need to trade somebody too.
Well, that's just a tag.
Bro, I feel like something coming, but when you look at the trade candidates, it don't make sense. But I feel it too. I feel it.
Bro, it don't make sense because you're looking at the guys who have value are some of the best players on our team.
Yeah, like Tyreek ain't happening, but man,
Tyreek ain't happening.
Chubb
coming off of ACL, like,
well, you can't trade him coming off of that ACL.
I know you can't, and that's the thing. You can't trade the guys coming off of injuries.
All right, I'm gonna throw a name out there. It's a wild card. I'm not saying it's happening, but something about it doesn't fit right with me. Xavien Holland.
Man, you
and everybody else saying that right now.
No, not everyone. It's Finn's tailgate bringing him up.
Man, the Finn's tailgate.
He fits too well in the defense that we're going to try to run.
He'll do
too
well
well in the defense.
Oh no, I get it. I'm just like throwing out because I feel like in order for Chris Grier to try to like breathe in this situation, somebody like that we don't expect, and I ain't talking Jerome Baker, is gonna get shipped out of here because we need not just money but draft picks too.
If
I
were,
just feel like what person could that be on the roster if it did happen though?
look, if it would be anybody, like let's be completely honest with ourselves. We have
boy.
Tyreek. We have Tyreek.
Don't say it.
It's not happening.
The play. Look, I'm telling you,
it's not happening.
The play would be to trade Waddle, get multiple picks, and take a receiver in the draft that can replace his production. That would be the best. I'm telling you, that's the future, play. Man.
If I would prefer to trade,
and I love Waddle. I love what he brings, but it also gives him the opportunity to go be a number one on another team.
He's going to be a number one here,
bro. Tyreek is here, bro. Like let's be real. Like Tyreek ain't going nowhere.
They might extend Tyreek and push that bubble down the road. That's the only thing that got me like cuckoo. Like if they do that. Are you gonna carry $60 million at the receiver position? It's unheard of.
We can't pay both of them big time money.
I don't see Tyreek being here past 2 years. That's me personally.
I agree, but to get the cap space now, Doug, the restructure or the extension might say otherwise.
And I'm not saying I want to trade Waddle, but if we extend Tyreek, make him the highest paid again, kick some of that money down the line, trade Waddle, get the picks, pick a guy like you got a bunch of receivers in the draft, Keon Coleman's, Worthies. You got guys you could get that kind of make up for that production. It's tough.
He's right, because here's the issue. Omar Kelly even reported this. Restructuring Tyreek or the extending Tyreek don't even save us money this year nor next year on the cap. It actually adds $2 or $3 million per year on an extension with the current cap. It doesn't actually save us now. It's actually still tough. But it will be locking him in long term because everybody's still looking at the fact of his level of play at this age. He can go at least another 4 years. Then you might want to do the extension now because you're not going to be able to do it later. Because all that retiring crap, nobody believes Tyreek.
He's not retiring no time soon, yo.
But how can you pay Waddle, which right now, by the way, people need to understand, Waddle want his money now. At least the extension. Now, Greer's going to be playing another dirty game if he says, nah, play your 4th year and we'll talk next offseason. Yeah, because I already know what Waddle going to do. Oh, you going to force me to do that? Then I'm a Christian Wilkins this thing. I'm going to play my 5th year. You're going to have to tag me or whatever, but I'm going to walk down this road.
He going to walk and get paid, and then we're going to be looking stupid.
Greer got to do it now, but can he do it?
Well, he talked about it. We'll see if he actually does it, but he talked about it. He talked about Waddle and Phillips, and he talked about 5 other guys that he has that he's going to get
Holland.
Yeah,
Holland needs his now because he doesn't have a 5th-year option.
No, you got it. Holland is the most important because he doesn't have that 5th-year option.
Did you see his interview talking about his contract?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, man, I realize it's my time to get paid. My agent, I'm leaving it and letting him work. And yeah, it's my time right now. You know, and I understand, hey, and he's adamant. He want it now, which is smart.
But Dolphin fans got to be realistic. Like, we got to start thinking about the future a little bit, and we got to start thinking about rebuilding this team. We're not going to do it with just free agency. We're going to have to win in the draft and win now. And some of these guys have to play. We got to hit, and these guys need to play and produce. I'm sorry. It's got to happen. And somebody you guys see right now, you're losing players that you love. That's what happens. It's the NFL. That's how it works. And, hey, Waddle, I love you.
It's not happening. and we doing all this talk when the easiest thing to be able to afford the future is just trade Tua. Trade him for the
what you getting for Tua?
At least we can bring in a 7th round pick for Tua.
So if you trade Tua, you're basically committing to a reset.
I'm just messing around. You can get a 1st round pick for Tua.
All right. So if you get a 1st round pick for Tua, you're basically committing to a reset. You're not going to bring in a rookie and say, "Oh, he's going to take me to the Super Bowl."
No, what I'm doing, I'm drafting Penix and I'm bringing in Russell Wilson for $1 million.
Oh my gosh! So you're gonna pay that same type of money to Russ?
I'm cutting Mike and I'm cutting Mike White.
Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson is like $1.5 million or something.
The reason
veteran
minimum said that he'll take a vet minimum is because he's getting paid $85 million from the Broncos.
Yeah, from the Broncos. So you can have Russ have the rookie right there with them. Bro, all our problem, Christian Wilkins, we got the money. Don't do it. We got the money. I got the future cap.
TD, you sound
Robert
crazy,
Hunt,
man.
Do it. Robert Hunt, don't do it. We got you now. We got you. Carter, my man, Carter. Hey, Jerome, man. You know how to play. Jerome.
Doug, stop this. Doug, stop the stream.
Okay, Doug, am I wrong? Wouldn't we be able to do that? That's $50 million potential dollars of cap space, bro. That's all of them. That's all of them.
Hey,
but I understand we're gonna pay Tua. We're gonna pay Tua his 50.
Future.
We're gonna pay him his
50
million.
Tua hasn't even reached his ceiling yet. The man just got a quarterback coach in year 5, about to take him to the next level. TD, what is we talking about? Tua is about to go hammer next year. Your man got a QB coach, personal.
I'm concerned about that.
Hey, don't be concerned. Don't be concerned.
I think he need to drop the QB coach and just keep working with Nick Hicks and keep growing the way he's been growing. Keep growing the way you've been growing.
He reached the ceiling with Nick Hicks. He reached the ceiling. Why I'm scared.
No, you can't say that because at least you saw progression the last 2 years. You can only say
he got a little bit better.
This is what scares me about it. What do you think a quarterback coach is going to come in and do? Here are your flaws. That's what a quarterback coach is.
Break them down and build them up.
It's not the McDaniel way. We're only going to highlight your strengths. Mm-hmm. The quarterback coach is going to say, this is what you don't do well. Okay?
Yeah, that's what he needs.
We're finna work on. No. Yes. Here's the problem. One of the main things I know that quarterback coach is about to work on is processing real time without worrying about the anticipation of a spot. Okay. Mm-hmm. It's actually, hiking the ball, looking down the middle of the field versus bam. Let me see if that guy clears. It's reading the defense to determine, because I know the play. Read the defense to determine. Like, this is a whole nother level of quarterback. People think that, hold on, let me say this. People think that quarterback progressions are just, this is 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, and that's 5. Real quarterback progressions are supposed to be, the defense is in that, based off of what they're in, this is my first read. Then I should be able to come back here. That's what real progressions are about. And the problem with Tua is, I think that when you don't do it well could take 2+ years to do. This is why I was mad. And I've always admitted that this franchise failed Tua because they didn't put him into that situation from year 1 and 2. I was okay with a struggling year 1 or 2 Tua if you were struggling on that. But no, they wanted to win. Flores, he said it himself.
That's Flores' fault.
So they never let him go through the growing pains. So here's what I'm scared of this year. Tua gonna come out there, and the processing is going to be a little bit delayed, as it should be, because you're just getting into it. This is no longer spot throwing. It's going to be a little delayed. A lot of bad things are going to happen in that process, and McDaniel going to be like, scrap that. No, let's get back to anticipation, blah, blah, blah. But he's going to take a hit from it.
But this is where I disagree with that, because when it comes to, like, Tua does need to get better at processing the field, going through his progressions, but you also have to have the mechanics to be able to make those throws when you're going through.
He's sloppy at some points.
He's sloppy at some points, and that's where
he got mechanics. He just don't do it consistently. Why though? The fear of getting hit sometimes,
and that's something he's got to work through. Yeah, that's something he's got to work through.
But I don't want to hear about his mechanics. That's the one area that man got mechanics, bro.
No,
that man got mechanics down. It's just, will he do it consistently when it breaks down?
But when it comes to processing, I feel like Tua does break down at certain points, and it's because he's not willing to take those shots because he doesn't know how to make those throws. Like he doesn't know how to like snap into it and make that throw late in the progression. Like that's something he's got to learn how to do.
But he doesn't have the arm strength to make some of the throws.
Is it the arm strength, or is it the hips, or is it the lower body? There's a lot to it. There's a lot to it. It's not just arm strength.
Let me tell you, it's solely arm strength, because let me tell you, Tua, he'll make the read sometimes, but he know I'm late on the read, so I'm not finna try to put this out there because it ain't gonna arrive in time.
Because my mechanics aren't good enough to
No,
get there.
the man got flawless mechanics, bro. I'm telling you, that is his biggest strength. That man got flawless mechanics. When you see him throwing off platform,
not late.
It ain't because he got bad mechanics. It's something that caused him to. That man got
late. Not late.
Yeah, it's not late because of a reason, whether he gets flustered, the pressure's coming, how he reacts, but the mechanics he has. That's the one thing I will die on a sword to defend Tua on. The mechanics since college has been phenomenal. Hey, it's just you don't see it consistently in the bad moments.
But he's got to be willing to pull the ball down and make plays off platform too. That's something he just doesn't do well. That's something he's got to work through. He's got to be willing to take some chances and make some plays down the field late when things have broken down. We know he's got to be better there. He's got to be a better improvising as a quarterback.
Yeah, but
he's just not good at it right now.
That comes with athleticism too,
that comes, bro. Right. And that's something he needs to work on. Yeah.
I mean, I think we're seeing our max on Tua's athleticism. If you want him to get back to his rookie season, which I feel he was even more athletic than he is now, then you're going to be taking some risks that I think that they've already made a decision it's not worth. That is a non-negotiation. I personally feel like this organization is deciding with him. You don't have to ever take the risk. And I think that that's what they've decided, and there ain't no coming off of that, bro. We could sit here and talk about we want him to be more of this and more of that. Trust me, just like this year, the only time you're going to see that from Tua when there are wide open lanes or straight up butt nakeds, okay? And you saw him smartly take advantage of those this year when they were there. But all that tight stuff, trying to get out and stuff, they have made a decision. You don't have to. We don't want you to. It's not worth it. Bigger picture. And I don't think that's going to change. So trying to say he needs to be more like that, get that out of the way. It's not happening.
He'll be all right, man. He's going to figure it out. He every year you say he's not going to do something, he comes back and does it. So I'm
like
excited.
What? Like what?
You said he wasn't going to be healthy. He came back healthy.
Yeah, because they hid his injuries.
Don't tell me that. He was healthy. He played all the games.
They didn't hide it. No, he had a thumb.
Now they hid his injuries. All right, hit his man. Stop trolling, man.
I'm messing with you. But listen, one last thing I will say this, okay? Him getting a quarterback coach right now ain't a big deal. I just feel I'm a little concerned about it because I know how the process of fixing your flaws are. It could take some time. Do we have time? Let's see, right? But one thing that did concern me that I didn't like, we always talk about the work ethic. I do understand this is the offseason, and I'm not trying to come down on him, but it does bother me. I'm going to be honest with you. It bothers me when he goes to the golf tournament and he says, I haven't thrown since pretty much the end of the season. You know, am I tripping to want him to be in that gym right away, making those throws, you know, starting that regimen like Tom Brady, the day after, like Michael Jordan, the day after, you know, of losing? Am I right, bro? It's been 2 months though, bro.
Even Tom Brady was taking time off. All these guys taking time off.
Tom Brady was the next day, baby.
Day after the championship.
2 months? 2 months?
Bro, stop, TD.
Yeah, it's been 2 months. Flores
no
was right,
quarterback was throwing.
Tua looked in that camera and said, I'm about to troll TD with this one right here.
Is that why Is that why he threw a pick in the Pro Bowl?
Why? Because he wasn't throwing the ball?
He was rusty, man. Is that why he the skills challenge?
So now we go into the skills challenge. Boy, you
is that why he wasted? Is that why he wasted Xavien Howard's career?
You did do a stream on the Pro Bowl
did
games,
you really?
didn't you?
No, I didn't. Did I?
No,
I think you did.
He's not a TMZ reporter.
I didn't do nothing. I don't think I did anything. I just laughed when I found out he threw a pick, almost a pick six. Something like that.
Tua
But
looked good in
listen,
the Pro Bowl.
we overtime because of you, CB83. We overtime, man. Any last
Slate
words you got for the people?
Slate them. Hey,
It's gonna be a crazy next couple days. It's gonna be crazy. Hopefully, I have a fear. I have a fear of what's gonna happen during free agency. It just dawned on me now that Chris Greer is gonna want those comp picks, and he's gonna be super conservative in free agency.
Yeah, nobody talk about that. In order to get the comp picks, you cannot bring in players that's comparable that's as good.
So we'll see, but I think it's gonna be crazy the next couple days, and maybe something big does happen, like you said.
CB,
hey, trust the process. Trust the process. I trust McDaniel. I trust Weaver.
Saying that we started the process 2 years ago.
Hey, we going to get that ring, man. Hey, and that's the thing. A lot of these guys are guys that are walking away from our franchise who were not drafted by this regime. McDaniel, Weaver, Wilkins aren't their guys.
McDaniel ain't picked none of these people either.
It gives them the opportunity to get some guys in that rock with what they do and rock with how they want to play football. So let's see what they do, man. I'm trusting the process. I got faith in my Miami Dolphins. Shout out to the gang. Let's go get them.
All right, and breaking news: Van Ginkel is a Dolphin. They just reached the deal, so that's good.
Woo! They signing
Van
who
Ginkel.
they want to sign.
3 year, $33 million.
There we go. Gink back.
Yeah,
Gink back. Heck yeah! Hey, we bringing back the dogs. Everybody else, y'all can keep the stepping.
You can't find it either, Doug. I can't find it. What's CB talking about?
Oh man, you lying to me? Come on, man. Dang. I thought we had Gink back.
Like yeah, talk about we keeping the dogs. Yeah. Boy, you a homer, man. Hey, we gotta get out of here, but like man, we could go on for hours, but I got one more question I gotta ask, man. If we win 9 games and miss the playoffs, what's gonna happen to this team?
Tear it down.
But Tua's on a new contract.
I don't want to give him a new contract. Tear it down.
But we did. We already did.
You got to tear it down.
And rebuild around Tua.
Oh no, I don't know, man. Tear it down. If we go 9-8 and miss the playoffs, tear it down. I said this.
You can't, Doug. You re-signed Tua.
You can't tear it down.
Don't re-sign Tua. This is why I don't want to re-sign Tua.
Man, what Doug talking about over there, man? Doug, man, TD got you tripping, bro. He got your family back there.
CB83, what do you do? What do you do? We win 9 games and miss the playoffs, and it wasn't even because of injuries.
Fire some people, hire some people. That's it.
Fire who?
Fire some people, hire some people.
You got to put a name on it.
Fire some players, hire some players.
Put a name on it.
It depends on who played bad throughout the stretch. We're gonna fire some guys.
You can't
fire Chris Greer and not fire Mike McDaniel.
We ain't firing nobody in the organization. Nobody in the
wow. 9-8.
We just firing some players.
And you're not firing Chris Greer?
Man, y'all got to understand this is going to be a totally different team next year.
You got to understand he had 6 years.
If Chris Greer got something on Stephen Ross, obviously.
Man, he should have been gone.
Well, I ain't denying that.
We know something's going on.
When Flores was gone, Chris Greer should have been
gone a long time. Chris Greer ain't going nowhere. That boy he a lifer.
We gonna leave it on that, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna leave it on that question, that crazy question.
Lifer.
You might be right. You know where the body's buried. But thank y'all so much for tuning in to the AFC's Roundtable. Another flawless episode, man. CB83 got bodied again. Me and Doug body him like crazy today, man. But you know what? You starting to get better, CB. You starting to get better, bro. I'm proud of you.
I know.
Just don't miss that. Don't miss next week.
Hey, go subscribe to the homie, man. We trying to get to 1,500. Let's go get it, man.
Yes. Hey, but put the link in the chat, man. You're supposed to be having a link up in the chat, bro. Y'all need to go subscribe to Finn's Takes with CB83 right now. All right, go check the homie out. Make sure you go subscribe to the channel. Screw 1,500. We need to get to 2K. All right, 2K before the end of this month. That's what we're going to be on a mission for. So everybody, go show your love and support. If you're loving the content, you're loving the back and forth, you should be showing everybody love. Show Doug love, show me love, show CB83 love. Let's do it, because it's all about this good content. The content where we don't leave here having a problem with each other. That's the content that it's about, all right?
Peace and unity. There we go, TD.
Yeah, I'm trying to get these guys to understand Tua ain't it, y'all, but we on our way. We almost there, all right?
TD two throws at it again.
Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. We are out. Peace. Love y'all.
Peace. Man, what a show.